back once again as we continue our coaches show, and we move all the way across to the private school sector, to West Tennessee, to Christian Brothers Memphis. How you doing, Coach McDaniel?
I'm doing awesome, Stork. How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Well, what's Coach McDaniel been up to? You've got that new facility and starting in and on it. You got beat out there in the playoffs, and so what have you been doing since then? I don't talk to you during the spring, so take it away from December. Just walk me through where and bring us up till now.
Well, first, it's hard to believe we're already back here. It's the winter and spring sure do go by fast, and summer and all those things. It's kind of amazing that we're already back at this point. And then also thank you for reminding me and everyone else that we got beat in the playoffs. That's always good. Good to know. But it's been, it's just always ever evolving, trying to figure out within the program what you need to do to continue to get better and develop on. I think this year for us was, in our off season, was trying to get, the right leadership and mentality about, let's don't talk about it, let's be about it, show me what you're going to do, set some goals and raising the expectations even a little bit higher. And again, when you take over a new program, it's kind of always it's a process, obviously, and it takes time, but we've had two pretty good years here. It's not where we want it to be yet, but we had a lot of good things to reflect back on from last year, and then obviously things that we felt like we could improve. And so we had a really good off season in the weight room, really strong summer, great commitment from our kids, 30 seniors in this group, so very strong senior class. Felt like we've got very good leadership there, and just all in all, it's been very positive throughout the whole off season. So it's been a good fall camp. We've had our share of ups and downs with injuries and things of that nature, and that's unfortunate, but it's part of the business, as they say. And we, we're going into this Friday with game against Grenada High School out of Grenada, Mississippi, and the athletic basketball team going in with the third. So it's not, it's not ideal, but I feel like we got some really, we got, first of all, our tailbacks that we play on, we really feel positive about. We've got a new quarterback breaking in, new tailback. So it's going to be important that our line of scrimmages do a great job. And fortunately for us, that's our strength. So, again, great leadership with our senior class, very consistent off season, and, just continuing to love the opportunity that I've been given here at Christian Brothers, and just feel like it's a perfect fit for me and my family.
Coach, just looking at your roster, you mentioned the 30 seniors, but you got a nice set of juniors and a nice set of sophomores. You don't dress that many freshmen, do you?
No, we don't dress any freshmen. We got 92 kids, sophomore, junior, and senior class, and that's pretty big. I'd like to say that we try. I mean, I don't want to say we try to run them off, but we think that there's a pretty high commitment level here, especially in the summer. I mean, a place like Christian Brothers, man, there's so many things for kids to do, and they're involved in so many different activities, and water skiing, just everything, as you can imagine. And we require a lot of them. They're there 5 days a week during the month of June. A lot of those guys have to be. We have a school zone that's a little different than a traditional school zone. So we have kids coming from all over the place, and so kids have to get up at 5 to get there for workouts. It requires a pretty large sacrifice. And interestingly enough, I talk about it with my kids sometimes, but we just got a different dynamic within our kids where we have a lot of guys that are, their aspirations is not necessarily to go play college football. They want to have a great high school experience. They want to do the best they can while they're in purple and gold, but they just start looking to go and play at the next level. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I just talk to our kids and our coaches about the fact that we're very fortunate to have the type of players we have because they don't really need football, and I don't know that there's any kids that necessarily just desperately need it, but you and I both know when you're dealing with the Rutherford County kid or Davidson County kid, sometimes football really is the one thing they can latch on to and feel like they can have success with, and gives them an opportunity to better themselves. And, at Christian Brothers, we got plenty of kids that, they could get footballs tomorrow and they're still going to be academically in line and socially State or Tennessee or an Ivy League school or whatever. So it's just interesting to see the kids want to make that sacrifice, make that commitment, even though I guess the fruit is pretty straightforward. It's going to be, this is for all my seniors. A lot of them, this is their last time to play football and put a helmet on, and so it's interesting to see how those types of kids, their motivation is able to stay high, even though it's a different end goal.
Well, you just probably said the biggest thing, and that is this: they enjoy the sport, but they realize that it is a sport. It is a one-time thing. They're going to give it their all, but you can't be more than what your body is built for, what you were designed for. You've got a little bit of runway there playing on adrenaline, but if a guy's faster than you, there's no way you can train to outrun him.
Yeah, and we got some kids that I think are capable of playing football at certain levels, but again, to each his own. I appreciate the fact that our guys are solely committed to the off season and all the summer work, even though they know that they're probably going to go to an SEC school and not play football. So it's refreshing because it's still about the team and again the process of being part of a group and having those memories, filling that relationship with those 25 or 30 guys that you played with for 4 years. So definitely a great feeling as a coach. Just interesting dynamic because a lot of them, and we've got several guys that are seniors that are going to go on to play college football. So don't get me wrong, we've got several guys that have aspirations to play at the highest level, and they're going to be more than capable. But we also have a lot of guys that are just great program guys, want to play for the school, and want to have a great experience throughout high school and then move on to college and do different things.
Let's talk a little bit about your schedule. You got a nice home schedule, Coach.
Well, we have a real nice home schedule now because Grenada, we were supposed to go there, and we had to move the game on Monday back to Christian Brothers. So we have 8 home games. We got a real nice home schedule. It's a lot different schedule than the one that I had when I first got there. I'll tell you that. And again, I think the thing that we talked to our players about, and I kind of overscripted it, but we got to focus. To steal words from John Gordon, we got to focus on the root, not the fruit. And my point is, we got to continue to cultivate what we have as a team and understand that if our end fruit is just about wins, then it may, it's usually not going to be what you want. You know what I'm saying? There's only going to be one team that wins it all. I say all that, we're going to be a good football team. We got a lot of good players. I feel like of the 3 years I've been there, this is probably our best chance. Whatever that chance is, how deep our run goes, I don't know that. But I think we have a really good football team, and we got some depth and whatnot. But our schedule's a lot tougher. We play Grenada week 1. We have CBC out of St. Louis, who's multiple-time state champion in Missouri. We play White Station, who's always very tough. We have defending state champ East High School out of Memphis that we play out of non-district. We play St. Paul Covington out of Louisiana. We go down there. They're always in quarters or semis in Louisiana. So our schedule is a lot different this year. And obviously with Briarcrest and MUS and St. Benedict, we've got some tough games, and we're going to have to stay healthy. But it should be a fun challenge. I think we had some games last year that our kids didn't get very excited about, and this year there's not many of those type of games. This year they're going to have to be ready to play every week, which will test our depth and our toughness and all that stuff. But it'll be better for us in the long term because we're going to get a lot more out of some of this competition, and obviously our first one's going to be is a big challenge.
So you do feel like the runway is up to them with your 30 seniors and your leadership you got going on there. If the cards fall in place, the sky's the limit.
I think we're good enough to make a deep run. I really do. We have 10 guys back on defense from last year. I would say our defensive front is. I'm not going to necessarily say it's the best in Division II, 3A, but if there's a better one, I'd have to see it. I think our defensive front is good enough to be compared to any other defensive front in the big boy private school league. We've got 2 senior defensive tackles that are basically 4-year starters. I've got a SEC defensive end that's 6'6", 270, and then I've got another kid that's going to end up being a Division I player. That's a junior that's about 6'4", 235. So our front 4 are very talented. very good size. We look as good as anybody, I think, on the defensive front. Our offensive line, we've got two Division I kids on the offensive line. Our left tackle, Ryan Winkle, has got multiple offers. Our left guard, Nick Cantu's got multiple offers. Our center's a really good player. Connor Camarius is a 2-year starter. Our right tackle, Jacob Lice, is going to be a junior, but he'll end up being a college prospect. So we've got some good size. We've looked the part on the offensive line for a Division II, 3A school. Again, tailback and quarterback. We're having to break in a new quarterback. Time to grow and mature and get confident, but he's more than capable. He has a very strong arm. He's got good feet. He's a great soccer player, good athlete, very competitive, but just give him some time to grow and get comfortable. And then our tailback situation, which we were feeling very good about, we had all three of our tailbacks from last year coming back, is in jeopardy right now. Nick Montesi, who going into the summer was probably the third tailback, will start against Grenada. Probably the second tailback is Will Root. He's been banged up all fall camp with an injury and probably will not be ready to go Friday night. And then Dominic Garrett, who was our starting tailback from last year, dislocated his knee a couple weeks ago in a scrimmage, and it's questionable on when he'll return. So we really ended the season deep at tailback, and now we're in a different dire straits would be the wrong term, but we're definitely not as deep as we were, or what I would have thought going into the Grenada game. So again, going to have to make sure we protect our quarterback, and hopefully we don't get anybody else hurt at tailback in the Grenada game. Otherwise, then we're going to have some issues.
6 plays or special teams. How you doing in there?
We're really happy with our kicker. Our kicker's new. Kid named Logan Payne. He's a senior. He's again a program kid that's kind of bought his time and waited his turn. But he's done a really nice job for us this fall, and very, very consistent on kickoff and field goal. So I'm excited to see what he does when the lights are on, because he's really gotten much better. And then the senior punter, John Lutz, both of them, again, have a lot of leg talent. It's just a matter of getting the reps of the live action. So not as much experience as you'd like to see, but both of them have talent. So I feel good about that. Justin Dynamic, we're getting guys in the return game. One of our wide receivers, Ryan Whitaker, is going to be returning kicks and punts. And then we had a corner, Walter Soper, who was hurt last year, is back. And we haven't been able to see him really do much with the ball because he was hurt all of last year. But now he's back healthy, and he's another kid that's got some dynamic ability with the ball in his hand. So, again, we feel pretty confident in special teams, but that would be a place, if you wanted to be real picky, that we're inexperienced.
Well, how's your mother?
Mom's doing great. She's still working on her speech, but all in all, Dad's getting her out, driving her car some, and she's still got a long way to go, but she's pretty determined on continuing to work and fight back and get back to 100%. But she's doing really well. She's been able to spend some time with friends, go on several vacations. To be retired, she's living it up, that's for sure. I think the biggest thing is continuing to work on her speech. Her speech is still broken, but she can still communicate very well. She's able to stay at home during the daytime, which was a huge step. She lived with us for a while my dad was, because my dad's still working, but now she's able to stay at home while my dad's at work, and that's been good for her. And we're very fortunate. She's going to be able to live a long life. It could have been a lot worse, so we're very blessed there.
Last but not least, how's Dad? Are we going to have him under control? Is he going to walk the sidelines Friday night?
He does not walk the sidelines anymore. I think you caught on film, I believe that was Blackman. My mind. I think it was Blackman 14. I think it was Blackman 2014 playoff game where he got took out on the sidelines. Do you remember that?
I definitely remember it. We rewound it about 10 times.
Okay, no, we would never do that. I would never laugh at him. But anyway, he does not stand on the sidelines anymore, and he would not walk on the sidelines if he was down there. He would hobble on the sideline, but he would not walk. And so he hobbles up into the stands, and but he did everything. And like I said, things happen for a reason. 5 years ago, it's funny. There was a picture on Facebook today of me and my oldest daughter when she was 2. We were getting ready for the jamboree a few years ago at Siegel when we were playing Blackman.
Yeah.
And I would have told you in 2013 that Oakland was my home, and I would never leave there unless I was run out of there. And I still honestly would say the same thing today. I never wanted to leave. It was just that God gave me an opportunity that I couldn't pass up. We didn't know we were going to love Memphis. We kind of jumped on a leap of faith, and my wife and I talk about all the time that it's been a blessing. We love where we live. Germantown is just an awesome place, and Christian Road is just a great fit for me. I'm very fortunate to be there. Love what I do. Love the people I work with, and so I get up every morning very happy and excited. And I did when I was at Oakland, but I just having my dad be able to come to 7-on-7, and my dad's at all the scrimmages, and some of that can get annoying because he wants to ask me questions and critique why we did what we did when he really needs to just shut up and just watch. But it's cool to have them around for everything and be able to experience all the other little things with the program that normally when I was in Murfreesboro they didn't get to always do that. So.
Well, God is special. He lets our parents take care of us as we're little, and then we end up taking care of them.
There's no doubt. I tell my mom all the time I'm storing up treasures in heaven because they are now at the point where I am definitely they're getting their payback on all the stuff they did for me. So I got to help them get in and out of the car, and they laugh at me because they know I'm having. But my brother, my sister both live here now. Everybody's kind of doing their part. It's all worked out for the best. My parents were awesome. They did everything for us. Now it kind of the roles reversed, but it's all good. We love it.
Well, Coach, enjoy the tradition Friday night. I know it's awful special. You've talked to me about it many times that you all will go through before they put the ball in the air with the brotherhood and the fellowship that goes on at Christian Brothers. And we'll talk to you soon, I guess. 7 o'clock?
7 o'clock kickoff, and I know y'all got some good ones in Oxford County as well. Like I said, it's hard to believe it's here, but man, what a great time of year. Once we get this humidity down and we start getting into some little bit cooler weather, it'll really feel like football. But it's upon us, brother, and it's the best time of year for sure. So thanks for all you do. Thanks for all you do for high school sports and for football, because I mean you got a passion for it. Everybody knows that, but you don't have to be doing this, so I really appreciate it.
Well, and I enjoy it. We're going over to Blackman the TV game is Oakland Indy, so I'm going over to do Blackman. Hendersonville. I'm going to do Blackman Hendersonville. So we'll see some college talent Friday night.
And will you be in your traditional, robe on Friday morning? Will you do that whole
We will do behind the lens. It was kind of sketchy. I was supposed to be in New Orleans. I've got that meeting canceled. The lady I was going to see, her son is going to play football for Alabama. And as a late come on and everything, and he's studying to be an engineer at University of Alabama. But he is a slot receiver out of New Orleans and played at Jesuit High School down there, Bryce Musso.
Yep.
Kid's name is Bryce Musso, and he is headed to the Crimson Tide, and it was a special week, and his mother and I are very good friends. She is a customer of mine. I just said, look, you need to go do this, so we can go out to eat next week or whatever. So I'll catch up to her soon and find out what's going on, but she was thrilled. They issued the jersey yesterday in Tuscaloosa, and just an awful fun time for them.
Wow, that's cool, man. Very cool.
Well,
y'all take care, man. I really appreciate everything you do, and it's good to talk to you again, buddy.
All righty. Take care, Coach.